What's up, guys? Chris Chess Sports Cards here. We're doing 2023 Topps Series 2. Third hobby case break number 19. Big hit, no way. You should have been in our Donruss break last night. We had whammies galore. We had two of them last night. Welcome. Please, if I don't quite sound like my chipper self, I'm not... something I eat's not agreeing with me. I'm fine, but I just feel like garbage. So I apologize. All right. Welcome, especially if you're new to the channel. Welcome. A bit about us. We've been around for over 5 years now. We break mostly baseball. We ship all cards from every break. We're very generous with the top loading, and we ship as quickly as our little hands will move. If you are new to the channel, please hit that subscribe button. We do free breaks from time to time, and when we do them, we use our subscriber list from YouTube for the random. So if you want a chance to get into a future free break, hit the old subscribe button and maybe you'll get lucky. Also, pay attention this week. I'm going to be announcing a free break we're going to be doing for the website. If you sign up for an account on our website, which is now done. I just finally got the email today, and we will be able to post pick your team breaks is what I've been waiting for. I just have to teach myself how to do it. We will be able to not just do randoms, but do pick your teams, because I know many of you like to have your teams. We're going to start posting breaks maybe tomorrow, actually, if I have the time. But if we're going to do a free break in a couple weeks on the website, all you got to do is sign up for an account and you qualify for it. Your name will go on the random. And stay tuned. I'll talk more about that over the weekend and probably next week. So, all right, let's go over the teams. D-backs, Andrew K. Braves, Brat R. Orioles, Roger M. Red Sox, Kevin B. Cubs, Michelle C. White Sox, Robert H. Reds, Randall B. Guardians, Timothy S. Rockies, Chris L. Tigers, Mark W. Royals, Chris L. Astros, J.C. Angels, Kevin B. Dodgers, J.C. Brewers, John T. Twins and Marlins, Jason H. Mets, Thomas M. Yankees, Andrew L. A's, Jason H. Phillies, Chris L. Pirates, Todd H. Cardinals, Andrew L. Padres, Derek R. Giants, Jason H. Mariners, J.C. Rangers, James D. And Blue Jays, Derek R. All right. Let's get to it. This is the beginning of a fresh case. Just FYI, I know some people like to know that. And we'll do another third tomorrow night and another third on Sunday. So. Silver packy. Save our silver packs for later. Oh, God. All right. Let's do it. Good luck, everybody. Telling you, man, 101 cut. It's coming one of these days. We got to get it soon. All aces, Randy Johnson. Yoshida rookie. Wait, stays in my hand. Wanna bada ba, bada bada ba, bada bada ba. The Riz. Estuary Ruiz. Love that kid. Love him. He'll be really great when he gets to the Yankees. Because, Oakland is like the Yankees 4A club. Abreu throwback. Volpe rookie. Followed by the usual Bryce Turang. Congratulations, you have received for the Pirates, Andrew McCutchen throwback relic. If you're going to get a relic, I would so much rather have one of these than the Major League materials. These are so much nicer looking. Pittsburgh is Todd, my man Todd. He loves the Pirates. There you go, buddy. Kutch. Who went on the DL today? Riz? Nobody beats the Riz. Or Kutch. Lee Jung-hoo. Lee Jung-yu. Yeah, I didn't get to see much baseball. I didn't even get to check the website. Just saw the Pashi hit the go-ahead. Even then, I was just listening, to be honest. Dansby Gold for the Cubbies to 2023. What a handsome guy. Look at that smile. Jeez. I'm telling you, man. God was given with two hands to Dansby Swanson. Good looking baseball, Major League Baseball player. Come on. This guy is raking hard on the ladies. You know that. 3/11 of 2023. I have no idea why I'm saying that, but end cut, really? Hey man, did you hear I sent Chris a bunch of my home run challenge cards? He hit on like 3 of them. Awesome. I love that man. I have more to send him. He is like the home run guru. Tommy Edman. Tommy Edman played for South Korea? Really? I didn't even know that. How did I miss that one? Nobody beats the Riz. Oh, look at that Hunter Dozier card. Whoever's Kansas City, I'm sorry, I'm not going to send that one. It is. Looks like someone took a thumb and went, ugh, bastard. So you would be short one Hunter Dozier card. Let's see if we can't find something to make up for it. Kerry Carpenter rookie for Detroit. The $4.99 for Mark. $3.58 of $4.99 for the Tigres. Corbin Carroll rookie. Poor guy in his shoulder. He's got a bum shoulder, that kid. Pete Alonso. It's that stupid trick shoulder from Nam. That's what he's got. Yeah, I do that too. I did that too. Last year I was going to send Chris a whole bunch and they kept piling up. And I don't know, they got moved or something. And then one day I was like, wait a second. Like, what? And I saw them all sitting there. I was like, son of a mother. I forgot to send them to him. So this year I've been good. I have a big stack. I have another big stack. I have like 10 or 12 more. So just keep feeding them to Chris. I don't ever get the cards back though. So I don't know if it's really worth doing. I don't care, to be honest. Actually, he says he's going to send them to me this time. So Willie Mays, Legends of the Game. Need another one of those red legends that we got last week. The thing was awesome. Oh yeah, you gonna do it there, Savage? It's wrestling, right? Wrestling convention. Do some pictures so they can sign them. It's cool, man. It's awesome that you got called back. Come on, Bryce, focus. Speaking of home run challenge, there is one for Detroit. Riley Green. When's that? You're a Metro rookie. When is that, Josh Jung? When's that convention? Hapa All-Star. September. Wasn't during the summer last year, Savage? I thought it was like around the time of the National last year. Did they move it a little bit? Hey, man, if you get your name out there, you should do it. Why not? Austin Voth. Rainbow for the Orioles. For Roger. Trick Turner, significant statistics. Have you been doing much stuff? I mean, we haven't talked in a while, Savage. Have you been doing a lot of pictures and stuff? Or I still have yours here, man. Got it right on the table. Victor Carantini, James Outman. He's kind of luster's falling off of that guy a little bit, huh? James Outman. Is he hitting like 238 now or something like that? I got you. Yeah, well, that makes sense, especially for something like that. Better to be in some cooler weather. September 16th. September 16th, I will be in the Dominican Republic. God, I can't wait. Actually, that's the day I'm coming home, I think. No, you've been avoiding people? What? Is there a particular reason why you've been avoiding people, or just not a conscious choice? It's just been avoiding people. Vargas throwback rookie. You got somebody got a contract out on you, Savage, or something, or what? Sound like the repo man's coming. Colehouse rookie. No, just I wish. You know what? This is the third time I've been there in like the last 5 years. And every year I'm always like, man, I really should go to a game. And I get there and I'm so freaking lazy, dude. I can't do anything. I get down there in the sun and see the pool, and I'm just like, I'm not going anywhere. It's funny. Like, it's just me and my wife. If my son was going, I would say there'd be a 50-50 shot. But since it's just me and my wife this time, there's no way. Pittsburgh team card numbered 75 of 299. Yeah, the non-payers are a pain in the ass, man. Believe me, you have no idea. Take your headache and multiply it many times. Ugh, it's so annoying. Colton Wong for the Mariners, black. 42 of 72 for Seattle. Nice one there. For JC. Yeah, man, the non-payers are really are very annoying. We go in runs with that type of stuff. Like, honestly, I'll go months and not have an issue, and then all of a sudden, man, like recently, I've been going through it again. The past like month or so, I've probably had 10 or 15 people, but I've also gotten better at kind of catching them beforehand too, and like canceling them. But it is really annoying. I just don't get it. Like, it's one of those things I've just never understood. Unless somebody's like pissed at you and trying to get back at you or something. I mean, that would be my only Freddie Peralta on the rainbow foil. But like, you're bidding something up that you're not going to pay for, but you're not going to receive it either. So it's like, what's the point? But I don't know. I sometimes think too, especially with non-pairs, like I give people a ton of time. I will literally give you weeks to pay if you want. Like you could tell me like, dude, my house just exploded. It's going to take me 3 months to pay. I'd go, all right. Like, I mean, I don't want to do it, but I certainly would. I wouldn't have a problem with that. So I do everything to try to give people a chance. I don't think people realize how screwed, how it messes up their eBay account to get unpaid item strikes. Like, There was a guy this past week, and I emailed him so many times because he had like a legit account. You know, it's one thing when you see these guys who have like 3 feedback and, you know, they don't pay anyone, they're just screwing around. But you get somebody who's got a feedback score of a couple thousand and they don't pay. And basically, if you're not aware, I mean, obviously 99% of you guys pay all the time, so it's not something you even have to worry about. But if you have 2 unpaid item strikes, you can't even bid on my auctions. It's set that way. Like you're basically banned for 6 months, and that's most guys on eBay have it set that way. You know, so like Matt Wallner, rookie for the 20s, for Jason. So I mean, like to get 2 unpaid item strikes against you can really screw up your account for a while. You know. I know some guys, they like to leave feedback and do. I don't even usually do. I mean, I do block people, but I like feel bad sometimes because, like, especially if somebody who's got an established account, I think, like, God, did something happen? Or, you know, like, why isn't this guy paying? Because he's going to be all screwed up now. But, well, what are you going to do? It is what it is. Nasty Jalen Hurts was waiting for the win to release. They lost, so sitting on a bunch of Jalen's till the fall. You don't think they would have still sold even though they lost? You're Spanish. Why is that, Robert? I can teach you kitchen Spanish, although I'm kind of rusty. I haven't worked in a Hispanic kitchen in a while. Prado throwback rookie. I used to be very fluent in kitchen Spanish. I don't know, man. Especially with the way Hurts played in the Super Bowl, I bet it might have still sold. Numbered to 50, George Springer auto Major League material relic. Look at that thing for the Blue Jays. Derek, there you go, buddy. Nice George Springer. Little relic auto action. Really? Yeah, you'd think San Diego maybe you'd pick some up. It's like anything else though. If you don't use it, like it can go away for years and years. When I was working in kitchens, like in restaurant kitchens, you know, Spanish was easy. But now, like, I haven't been in that atmosphere for like, I don't know, 7, 8 years now. Now I like struggle. You know, Garrett Mitchell, Pete Alonso. Yeah, that's true, Mike. That's true. Josh Jung. We were on a Colton Wong run here, working the rainbow, baby. Colton Wong again. 68 of 2023. You got the black, you got the gold, 12 other cards, and you're there. Easy peasy. Yeah, that I don't. Japanese, no idea. Not a word. Arigato, domo arigato, Mr. Roboto. That's about all I know. Now, I've been married to a Filipino woman for 26 years. I don't know a word of Tagalog, so, but half of Tagalog is also English. So you just kind of listen for the buzzwords when her family's talking, you know. Enrique Hernandez, you hear like, blah, 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 Chris. And then you go, oh, what? Did you need something? I never really had a great ear for language. I had to take Latin in school when I was a kid because I went to a private school. Well, went to a private school for a couple of years and then I got kicked out. Joe Musgrove, number 31 of 199. But I took 4 years of Latin. Man, I had like the hardcore Latin teachers, like the priests, the priests. They were called the Purist Fathers. They were from Hungary. Oh man, there were some angry, angry dudes. All they did was yell at us and tell us stories of the communists coming into Hungary and then having to escape. That was like our daily exercises, and then learn Latin. They did. We used to do. This was in the '80s too. They used to do mass in Latin, everything. Oh God. So that I did know for a while, but Mookie All Star. But I've even lost that. Every once in a while, I hear certain lines or a couple words here and there I remember, but it's kind of hard to keep a dead language going, if when you're not forced to. He could pay you to get you an autograph at the show. And I'd be like, look, man, am I running a charity here? Pay up. I mean, come on, dude. Seriously? What's that nonsense? You're working hard here. You should be paid for your services. Aaron Judge, significant statistics. I'm amazed at people who learn languages as adults. Like, it's one thing when you're a kid, it comes kind of easy, but like, and then people are like, oh, yeah, my company's sending me to Japan, so I'm learning Japanese. And I look at them like, seriously? Carlos Correa, Home Run Challenge. I'm like, wow. Like, to me, that's impressive as an adult to learn a language. I think it takes a lot more work than when you're a kid. Yeah, the food is great. Dominican Republic's awesome. I love it there. It's so weird. Like, we started going there, like I said, about 5, 6 years ago. And every year I think like we're going to go somewhere else. And then I'm like, why? Like, I like it there. Let's just go there. And we always stayed at different places. Like, we're staying at Margaritaville this time, which should be a lot of fun. The property looks amazing. And we got a villa with a private pool in our villa and everything. So it's going to be interesting. But like last time we went with our kid, which was great, but we stayed at like a place that was a little more friendly towards teenagers and stuff. They had like this kind of, there was like this water park next door and, stuff like that. But this is more, uh, just go down and relax or drink or party or do whatever, whatever you want. So. And after I got to take him to Tennessee in August to move him in for school. So by that time, I will definitely need a vacation by the time September comes around. To 300 on the advanced stat parallel, Colin McHugh for the Bravos. For Barat. They do a really great job down there. And it's funny too, because like, so it was my wife and my wedding anniversary a couple months ago. And, I mean, it was our 25th or 26th, 25th this year. It was like one of those things like, oh, what are we doing? We don't do anything. We never do anything for our anniversary. But in recent years, we've been trying to go away and stuff. So I was like, well, listen, we got all the graduation stuff going on because my son just graduated high school and everything. Let's get through all that and then we'll go somewhere. So it's kind of a pseudo late anniversary gift type of thing. Gift for my wife because, of course, I paid for it, as always. Yeah, that's not an uncommon thing. Mexican guys who I used to work with, they used to make those all the time where they would stuff tacos with like mashed potatoes or cactus. Oh God, I hate cactus. It's the worst. But there's a name for it with the mashed potatoes. I can't think of the name of it now, but they're actually really good. That's one thing I miss working with like a Hispanic kitchen is the food, man. They made some awesome food. Lou Gehrig. Like I just found a Mexican place near me like 6 months ago that makes phenomenal tamales. And tamales can be very, very good or very, very bad. Like, there's really no in between. And I found this place locally that made, now I'm like addicted. I can't help it. I order them like 10 at a time and then keep them in the fridge and heat them up during the week. And the woman always laughs when I come to pick them up. She's like, "You always order so many tamales." I was like, "I don't eat these all at once. You know, I keep them throughout the week." She's like, "You must be super fat pig." Tristan McKenzie. They're very nice people. Oh yeah, cactus is an acquired taste. I've had it many times. People, it's one of those things where somebody brings up cactus and you go, "Nah, no, I don't like cactus." Oh, you've never had it the way I make it. They give you the whole like, you might not like it that way, but you'll like it this way. And then you have it and you're like, "Yeah, I don't like this way either." Like, I just don't believe there's a good cactus recipe out there. I'm sorry. I get that you try, but it's just, think of like tangy okra, kind of like it's got kind of a slimy quality to it. It's just not good. Christian Walker, but look, it's like most food is. I mean, I don't know how into food most of you guys are, and me being actually being a chef, like when you really look at the things we eat and have eaten, it was all just out of necessity. Like the first guy to pluck an oyster out of the ocean went, "Oh yeah, let's eat this." Like, you open up and go, "Why would you want to eat that?" And I love oysters, man. They're great, but you know, that's just a pure, "Oh man, I'm hungry. I'm gonna eat this because I'm just starving." Isaac Paredes. Like, I don't have a choice, so. And I think that's the way most, even like beef and stuff, like somebody saw a cow walking around, they went, "You know what? I'm gonna cut the head off that thing and eat its leg." No, artichokes are a little more substantial, and artichokes, like, you know how like the top of an artichoke almost has like a creamier texture to it. Okra is really the best thing I can compare it to. Is like, but it's got like a bite to it. I mean, if you have an aloe vera plant around the house, bust off a leaf and stick it in your mouth and taste it. You'll get a good idea. You get people who always tell you, "Well, it takes on the flavor of what you cook with it." It doesn't. It's not. And look, it's like anything else. People eat it because it's what is around them, and they don't have a choice. And you eat what's there. I mean, how many of you ever been to Hawaii and had poi? It's disgusting, but people in Hawaii love it because it's what they had, and it's part of their everyday diet. And you couldn't pay me to eat that crap. And as far as food goes, I'm pretty wide open. I don't have a problem with too many things, but those are they make me feel sick just thinking about it. It's like when I was in culinary school, I went to Johnson Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island. That's where my culinary degree is from. Miles Straw, Rainbow. And now you got to remember, this is, when was I there? God, the years run together now. 90 to 92. I was at Providence. Was that when I was there? Or 89 to 91, somewhere around there, right around like 1990. And you had, when you did the 2-year program, like they used to only have a 2-year program back then. In fact, my class was like the first year they offered a 4-year program too, but it wasn't really worth doing. It was better off just to go out and work. Um, let's see what we got here for the Brew Crew. Look at that guy here, Robin Yount, All-Star Relic. A little bad action in there, numbered 28 of 199 from my man John. He'll like that one. So when I was in culinary school, we had trimesters. I gotta get another top loader for that. And we had to do 5 trimesters of classes, and then 1 trimester we had to do either a co-op or what was called practicum, where you worked for the school. Oh yeah, you guys got serious cows out there in Wisconsin. I've been to Wisconsin before. I was in a veal slaughterhouse in Wisconsin years ago when I used to work in the steakhouses in where the hell was that? God, Newski's is the company. Willie Adamas. I can't even remember where that was now. That was like 25 years ago. Um, but anyway, so instead of doing a co-op, I did practicum where I worked for the school for a semester, and it's like hands-on training type of stuff. And they move you from week to week to different places. Well, we had a place called the Lighthouse Grill there, and JP Crawford to 2023 for Seattle. Like the one great thing about going to Johnson Wales, if you weren't a culinary student, was the food program, because you had the culinary school making all the food for like the business school kids, even though, the school sucked. Um, but they had a place called the Lighthouse Grill, which was vegetarian. And honestly, in 1989, 1252 of 2023, in 1989, 1990, I mean, vegetarian was around, but it wasn't, what it is now. It wasn't even close. I had to work there for a week before I moved on to another location, and I went there the first day, and I had to make seitan. I don't know if any of you know what seitan is. It's fairly popular now. A lot of vegans eat it. It's basically a flour. Dalton Guthrie, a rookie for the Phillies. Chris L. It's basically like a flour that you pour into water and it congeals like a sponge. And, people who are vegan or vegetarian eat it as like a fake meat substitute. And the theory is you take this stuff, you put it into like beef stock, and it'll taste like meat, which is just completely untrue. I question anyone to try and tell me different, but it just tastes like a sponge soaked in dirty water. Hey, Joe Ryan for the Twinnies, numbered 38 of 76 on the Independents. Still to this day, like 30 years later, I can still remember how bad that stuff was. This is one of those foods I'm like, and every once in a while, if I'm in like a health food store, vegetarian restaurant, I hear seitan. Oh, I get like flashbacks. I was so sick from that stuff. I remember the chef at the end of the class being like, "So did you learn something new today?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, I learned that I don't like seitan at all." It's disgusting. So, if any of you are looking for a meat substitute, that's one. I won't promise you it's very good though. Nolan Arenado, All Star. See, sometimes my shepping stuff comes through every once in a while. I was watching The Bear earlier. Such a great show. It's amazing how accurate that is to kitchens. I used to work in kitchens like that for years. It's funny because I watch it with my wife and my son were watching. They were asking me like, what? Like they were saying all this stuff, like using words that we're using like an all day call and stuff like that. My wife's like, what the hell does that mean? And I was like trying to translate kitchen jargon for. Alex Bregman, favorite son of New Mexico. Who knew? Jordan Walker, rookie. Spencer Steer, rookie. He's having a season, that Spencer Steer. Bearded Butchers? No, I don't think so, Mike. It's not familiar. Maybe I've seen it, but I by name I don't really know it. I don't watch a lot of cooking shows and stuff like Devers. And it's funny, most of the guys I know who are, and I don't say this to sound better or egotistical or whatever. I worked in a lot of really, really high-end restaurants for a long time. Before I finally was just way too beat up to do it anymore. Like physically, I couldn't even imagine trying to do it now. I never was big on the TV shows that much, except Great Chefs was the only one I used to watch on PBS when I was a kid. Otani throwback. Like the Food Network and stuff, I never really watch it because I don't know. The few times I've seen it, I always feel like I realize that they're trying to teach kind of people at home how to cook, but they leave a lot of basic stuff out. I don't know. It just annoys me when I watch it. Like, I don't know. It's just not something I do a lot of. Not anymore, anyway. That's for sure. It is amazing though how like you see certain things who are so accurate. There's a famous movie which I'm sure many of you've probably seen at one point called Waiting that Ryan Reynolds is in. And if you haven't seen it, you should watch it. It's hilarious. And that is so dead on to a restaurant, Verdugo, Mexico. It's like obviously somebody who's been through exactly what I've been through wrote that movie. You know what? Now that you're saying, now I'm thinking about. I think I know who you're talking about. I do think I've seen him once or twice before. He'll show you how to like cut down whole meats and whole sides and stuff like that. Yeah, I think I know who you're talking about. I was Felix Bautista to 300, 253 of 300 on the stat parallel. Yeah, I was a certified butcher. I used to do all that stuff because I used to work in steakhouses for a lot of years. We had the bandsaw in the back and cut down all the steaks from sides and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't know if I could do it anymore. It's been a while, but I think I know who you're talking about there now that you said it. Yeah, and it had Anna Faris in it. That is true. That movie is hilarious. And it is so dead on accurate for that type of restaurant, like Fridays type of restaurant, corporate high volume. Like it is I've worked in places like that, like when I was younger. Oh my God. It's so dead on accurate. Even now, like it's so funny. I saw a clip from it today on like Instagram or something. The one girl who's always like super fake to everyone. She's screaming in the back about what a bunch of idiots are, and then she comes out. She's like, "Oh, hi, how is everyone?" Like I knew so many people like that. It's hilarious. If you've never had the opportunity of working in a restaurant, good for you. And if you want to know what it's like, watch that movie. It's very funny and very real. Josh Jung rookie, one of Ryan Reynolds' early movies. Buxton All Star. I think that was like I think he made that after like Van Wilder or something. Yeah, let's take this to the bandsaw. Yeah, just whip out your handy dandy bandsaw. That's so funny. Oh man, I used to I worked for Sullivan's in Del Frisco Steakhouse for like 10 years. And we used to butcher all our own meat there. And the one place that I ran was so busy. It was ridiculous. There's a place here. I mean, for people from this area know it. Lou Gehrig Legends of the Game. There's a place here called the King of Prussia Mall, which is 10, 15 miles outside of Philadelphia, and it is the largest retail mall in the world. Now, the mall in Minnesota is bigger because they have like the amusement park and all that stuff in there, but for like pure stores and whatever, it's massive. It's absolutely massive. And they opened this steakhouse there back in the 90s when really all that was out there was like Chili's and you know, Hooters and those kind of places. There wasn't really like any like high end type of places. And when they opened the restaurant, they were saying that it would be successful if it did 3 million a year. We used to do like 12 to 14 million a year in that place. Oh my God. We used to cut thousands, tens of thousands of pounds of meat a week in that place. It was ridiculous. I was so sick of I haven't eaten in a steakhouse since the day I left there. And that was almost 20 years ago. Cody Bellinger. Like, it's the last thing I would ever think of is to like go to a steakhouse for dinner. I have no interest in ever being in one again in my life. Not because it wasn't good. It was. It's just, there's only so much red meat you can take in your entire life. Your house has a bandsaw too? Great. Now we can do it. That's so funny. Ryan Reynolds is hilarious and probably one of the most likable guys there is out there. Like, he's one of those guys that if he did something really heinous, you know, beat someone up or abuse someone or did, I mean, God forbid, but like the world would just be in shock. Like, it's like him and The Rock. Everyone loved those two, you know? It's so funny. I went to the movies the other night for the first time in like 5 or 6 years, and I saw Indiana Jones. I was very specific that I had to see Indiana Jones in the theater. I was very happy that I did. I liked it. I thought it was good, but I'm a sucker for Indiana Jones. So, significant statistics: Tyler Rogers, four-seam vert. Huh. Anyway, there was a preview for the new Expendables movie. There's an Expendables 4 coming out, if you weren't aware of that. And my wife and I were talking, watching. I was like, Jason Statham is another guy who, he's just like the most likable guy. I don't know why. He's not a particularly good actor or anything. You just like the guy, you know? And Ryan Reynolds kind of fits in that category. Have you guys been watching the thing with his soccer club? Watch the documentary and stuff? That's really interesting. And the whole story is amazing. DeGrom, I can't wait for the next season because they actually are moving up divisions and they won this year. So I'd be really interested to see that documentary when it comes out. Him and the guy from Everyone Hates Philly or whatever the name of that show is. I can't think of the name of it. Numbered to 50, Shohei Ohtani. Look at that thing. Very nice. If you're going to get a relic, that's the one to get. Kevin. Very nice hit, man. Shohei All-Star Relic numbered 3 of 50. I think it's awesome. They broke down a cow. Yeah. So when I was in culinary school, I had a butchering class and a butchering teacher. And he was really strange, dude. But he owned like, I forget which company it was. He owned like the second largest meat packing processing plant in the country or something like that. I mean, he was one of these guys who was teaching at the school. He was like mega wealthy. He didn't need any money or whatever. And he knew what he was doing. And he used to always talk about how cows and humans were so similar in their fat caps and their muscles and this and that. And he'd go, I'm having surgery. I just take a cow's knee in with me and throw it on the table and tell the doctor to show me how he's going to operate on me. Like, dude, you're a weird guy. Dakota Hudson to 2023, 10/27 to 2023. Trials of who? You know what I'm a sucker for on YouTube are the confession videos of like these heinous murderers and stuff, especially like the kids. Like kids like beat up and killed their grandmother and whatever, and they show like the entire interview and interrogation. And I'll put it on at work because I just can listen to it and just sit there and think, oh God, thank God that's not my kid. Like, what is wrong with these kids? Will Smith. Volpe rookie. A vintage stock Miles Mikolas with the vintage tops. I love it. For the Cardinals. 47 of 99. Andrew. Yeah, Van Wilder is a great one, man. American Pie, all great movies. I'm up for a good dumb comedy as well, just like anyone else. I like to be entertained by stupidness, but there is such a thing as being too stupid. Like, I don't know if you agree with me, but what the hell's his name? The guy from Saturday Night Live, Will Ferrell, Pete Alonso, All Star. Like, even Adam Sandler, some of his movies I can't take. They're too dumb. They're like so over the top. You're like, all right, this isn't funny anymore. You're just being really ridiculous. Like, they've both made some really good movies and some really terrible ones too. Really, Travis Rudolph, NFL player, before life sentences. Really? Oh my God. God, there's so much stuff to watch on YouTube. It's so crazy. I don't even know how I get to half the stuff, but sometimes you fall down that like YouTube rabbit hole. Jose Buto rookie, like you'll put it on and you're like, oh, what's that? And you watch it. Next thing you know, it's like 4 hours later. And you're like, what the hell have I been doing for the last 4 hours? Watching one ridiculous video after the next. You can lose yourself in YouTube really easy. You can lose yourself in Instagram and TikTok just as easy. Griffey, Legends of the Game. Ooh, blue this time. That's pretty. Little color match action going there for Seattle. And Chris Bryant. Seattle is JC. Then the trial of the Florida research. Oh, the Florida. Yeah, that is that the guy from the school from the shooting, the officer one. I read about that in the paper. Like they were trying to say whether he was responsible because he basically chickened out from getting shot by a psychotic kid. David Ortiz throwback. Mr. 1 for 20. Who's that, Chris? His girlfriend lied to her brother saying Travis beat her. His boys showed up to the house at midnight. A brawl broke out. Two guys pulled guns. Travis grabbed her. His AR-15 fired 39 shots in the. Oh, Chris Bryant. 39 shots in the. Oh my God. I don't know. I don't get that. Like how you feel. I don't know. Severino. I mean, I suppose if you're defending yourself or your family or whatever, but like I watched the documentary gonna get about Aaron Hernandez. I had watched it when it first came out. That dude was messed up. I mean, he was really he had problems, that dude, big time. Like he just thought he was like Mr. Gangster or something. I don't know. Like, which I mean, I suppose you could, he did kill himself and everything. So I mean, not too much of a stretch to realize he had issues. J.P. Crawford working the J.P. Crawford rainbow too. Jeez. 293 or 499 for Seattle. Yeah, no, I haven't even noticed. I don't pay much attention to the Rockies. As far as I know, Chris Bryant hasn't played well since the year the Cubs won the World Series. So I don't know how much you can expect out of him. I mean, he was like a one-hit wonder, man. Like, all right, won the World Series. Screw it. I'll just coast. I mean, you talk about a team that just kind of, all right, we're going to win this thing, and then none of us are going to. I mean, not to say that none of them ever played, but like they really just a lot of those guys just fell off the face of the earth as far as being good players. Link you 10 times. Boys drove past the hospital to stash their guns as the boy bled out in the front seat. My God. I wonder, do people like that have any kind of conscience whatsoever? Like, do they feel guilty about doing this later? Or is it just like, oh, I mean, I realize some of these guys, they grow up in places in a different rule of the world than many of us have, you know. But God, you gotta wonder sometimes, man. These people are so quick to pull a gun. It's like I'm not against guns. I just, you know, I don't know. You gotta start shooting all the time. You know? J.D. Davis for the Giants. Yeah, you would expect, but you know, I don't think he's been. I mean, not that I pay a ton of attention to Chris Bryant, but he really is like, I haven't heard anything about him other than being traded since they won that World Series, you know, however many years ago that was now, 7 years ago, 6 years ago, whatever. Like, you know, you get guys in all sports who are a name more than they are. You know what I mean? Like, oh, we're getting Chris Bryant, awesome, and then they come in, and you're like, oh, what the hell happened to Chris Bryant? He's terrible. You know, like legends of the game, Ozzie Smith for the Cardinals, Charlie Blackmon in that wonderful uniform. La 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 la. All right, the last couple of regular packs, and we'll get into our silver packs. Nick Prado throwback. Sorry about that. I think my microphone kicked off for a second. You hate it? I love it. All right, silver packs. Good luck, everybody. Dansby, Altuve, Ichiro, and Sonny Gray. Matt Wallner, rookie. Nestor Cortez, Contreras, and Darvish. Come on, give us a silver pack, lovely. Give us something. Castillo, India, Waldichuk, rookie, and Molitor. Uno más, uno más. Come on, baby. No. Rivera, Josh Jung, rookie. Ryan Creedler, rookie, and O'Neill Cruz. All right, nothing in those, but we got, like I said, first four boxes of the case. So, all righty, folks. I want to thank everyone for joining us this evening. As always, I couldn't do this without y'all, and I do truly appreciate it. We'll be back tomorrow night. We got some Bowman, we got some Finest, we got some Series 2. We'll be here Sunday also with our weekly big league break. Of course, can't miss that. We'll have more Series 2 and something else. Something else is up there. I can't remember. Otherwise, please stay safe, stay healthy out there. And bear with me for a sec while I put this hit recap together. some decent numbered stuff out of these boxes. They asked Travis' brother why, if the others pulled guns, how come they didn't fire? His response was, "Sir, my brother's world-class athlete with top reflexes. He wasn't going to give him the chance to fire at us." Wow. Interesting. All right, hit recap for 2023 Top Series 2 third hobby case break number 19. We got a bunch of rookies. We'll go through and pull all the top guys, make sure they get taken care of. Silver or rainbow parallels. Go through those. Legends of the game: Ozzie Smith, J.D. Davis, Severino, Jose Butto rookie, Dalton Guthrie rookie, Miles Straw, Christian Walker, Matt Wallner rookie, Peralta, Voth, and Willie Mays Legends of the game. And we did have a Lou Gehrig Legends of game. Numbered parallels. We had 2 to 300 on the stat variation parallel. Colin McHugh, number 202 of 300, and Felix Bautista, 253 of 300. We had the Miles Mikolas vintage for the Cardinals, numbered 47 of 99. Legends of the game blue, Ken Griffey. The 2023 Dansby Swanson, J.P. Crawford, Dakota Hudson, and Colton Wong. To 499, J.P. Crawford and Kerry Carpenter rookie. To 299, Pirates team card. To 199, Joe Musgrove. Joe Ryan to 76, and the Colton Wong to 72. And we had the Kutch throwback relic, All-Star relic, Robin Yount, numbered 28 of 199. We had the Shohei All-Star relic, numbered to 50. 30 of 50, and then the Major League Material autograph relic, George Springer, numbered 17 of 54, Toronto. All right, guys, again, thanks so much for joining us. I do appreciate it. Hope to see you all tomorrow. Have a wonderful night. Stay safe, stay healthy. I'll talk to you again soon, and bye.